Hello everyone. Let's continue the general exception under IPC. The fabric of chapter 4, that is general exception under IPC. Section 6 of IPC. Throughout this code, every definition of offense, every penal provision and every illustration of every such definition of penal provision shall be understood subject to exceptions contained in chapter titled general exceptions. Excusable acts. An excusable act is the one in which though the person had caused harm, yet that person should be excused because he cannot be blamed for the act. For example, if a person of unsound mind commits a crime, he cannot be held responsible for that because he was not having mens rea. Same goes for involuntary intoxication, instant insanity, infancy, or honest mistake of fact. A mistake of fact under 76 and 79. Under section 76, act done by a person bound or by mistake of fact believing himself to be bound by law is included. Nothing is an offense which is done by a person who is or by reason of mistake of fact, not by mistake of law, in good faith believes himself to be bound by law or to do such act. It is derived from the legal maxim ignorantia facti doth executat and ignorantia juris non executat. Example, if a soldier firing on a mob by the order of his officer in conformity through the command of the law, then he will not be liable. Under section 79, act done by a person justified or by mistake of fact believing himself justified by law is included. Nothing is an offense which is done by any person who is justified by law or who by reason of mistake of fact and not mistake of law in good faith believes himself to be justified by law in doing that particular act. Accident under section 80 includes an accident committed while doing a lawful act. Nothing is an offense which is done by accident or misfortune without any criminal intention or knowledge in the doing of the lawful act in lawful manner by lawful means and with proper care and caution. Infancy under section 82 and 83. It includes an act of a child below 7 years of age. Nothing is an offense which is done by a child under 7 years of age. Section 83, it includes an act of a child above 7 and below 12 of a mature understanding. Nothing is an offense which is done by a child above 7 years of age and under 12 who has not yet attained sufficient maturity of understanding to judge the nature and application of this conduct during that occasion. Insanity under section 84. Act of a person of unsound mind. Nothing is an offense which is done by a person who at the time of performing it by reason of unsoundness of mind is incapable of knowing the nature of the act or that act is doing what is either wrong or contrary to law. Intoxication under section 85 and 86. Act of a person incapable of judgment by reason of intoxication caused against his will. Nothing is an offense which is done by a person who at the time of doing it is by reason of intoxication incapable of knowing the nature of the act or that he is doing what is either wrong or contrary to law, provided that the thing which intoxicated him was administered involuntarily without his will or knowledge. Okay guys, that's all for today. See you next time.